warm political discussions.
Tunaokota ushuru.
Ningependa kusema machache sana siku ya leo.
And trading stories. Yes.
The members of County Assembly have managed to impeach Siaya Deputy Governor William Oduol.
Yes.
Buying a seat worth 1 million shillings and other furniture in his office, attempts to use his position to bulldoze junior officials, to award tenders to his cronies, among other accusations, have culminated into the ouster of Siaya Deputy Governor William Oduol. If the Senate upholds the impeachment, he will be the first deputy county boss to be removed from his seat since the inception of devolution. Remember, now this assembly resolves to impeach the Siaya County Deputy Governor William Oduol under Section 33 of County Government Acts 2012 and the Standing Orders 71 and 72 on the following grounds. That is a report tabled by the 14-member special committee. Now, remember, now he has been impeached at the county assembly level. Now the senators will approve or disapprove the impeachment. Now, the motion of Mr. Oduol's impeachment was premised on the grounds of gross violation of the Constitution and other laws, abuse of office and gross misconduct, and misleading the public by giving false information. On violation of the Constitution, the special committee established that Mr. Oduol interfered with the procurement of contractors for various road projects in the county, and that of supply and delivery of certified seed and fertilizer, contrary to the provisions of Section 47(1) of Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Act 2015, which states that a procurement function shall be handled by the procurement professionals whose qualifications are recognized in Kenya. Kwa hivyo jamaa amekuwa impeached pale Siaya.
On my side, court order saves Sabina Chege in Parliament as Azimio MPs dig in. Proceedings of the National Assembly were on Thursday suspended for 15 minutes as opposition MPs protested a ruling by Speaker Moses Wetangula bidding to remove Sabina Chege as the Deputy Minority Whip. Chege got temporary relief from being removed as Azimio Deputy Minority Whip in the National Assembly after Mr. Wetangula says his hands are tied by a court order. In a chaotic session that saw 7 MPs suspended for between 5 days to 2 weeks, Mr. Wetangula said he will act on the matter once the court has made a final determination on 8th. We saw yesterday the same MPs from the Azimio trying to protest that also the speaker should be impeached, and I think it's because of the decision of not impeaching Sabina Chege by holding that there is a court order that does not allow him and his hands are tied. It also led to Sabina Chege's getting hurt. I don't know how
I saw photos of her from the hospital. With what do you call it? Is it a bandage on the hand?
A bandage.
So and I was wondering, because a report said that she was hit with a bottle. And I was wondering, do we have bottles in Parliament? Apart from the water bottles. Now, from the other stories, that return to mass action imminent. Raila said no sane leader withdraws subsidies on basic goods and then increases taxes on the same goods. That is Azimio One Kenya Alliance leader Raila Amolo Odinga saying that no sane leader withdraws subsidies on basic goods and then increases taxes on the same goods. Now, Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Coalition Party leader Raila Odinga yesterday outlined what he termed his final objection to President William Ruto's revenue-raising measures contained in the Finance Bill 2023, warning of nationwide mass action should he force the bill through the National Assembly. Now, addressing journalists at the Jaramogi Oginga Odinga Foundation in Nairobi yesterday, Mr. Odinga said opposition MPs were under instruction to vote against it in its entirety. Now, the Azimio Economic Council, chaired by former Laikipia Governor Nderitu Muriithi, sought to debunk the finance bill, with Mr. Odinga calling it a disease that cannot be cured with everyday herbs. So they are talking about the Finance Bill 2023, and this is what he said. The bill is economic sabotage. If Ruto insists on this bill, this country will go into full recession. This bill requires and must get fierce resistance. Now that is the ODM leader speaking, Raila Amolo Odinga. He said no sane leader withdraws subsidies on basic goods and then increases taxes on the same goods and salaries of working people, including hawkers. Now I think now he has a point. Because withdrawing subsidies maybe from a product like unga, and then you've withdrawn the subsidy, and then you increase tax on the same goods. So that is it is like double taxing. You withdrawn the subsidy that had given Kenyans relief, and you continue, you go a step ahead and increase taxes on the same good. And I've seen that Mr. Odinga cited proposed taxes on table banking initiatives, collegially called Chama groups, increased national hospital insurance fund, the NHIF, and the National Social Security Fund, deductions, the housing levy, increased turnover tax for businesses, tax on content creators and social media influencers, and there is 16% tax hike on beauty products. 316% on beauty products. Then we have the 16% VAT on basic commodities like maize, and doubled VAT tax on fuel. He also took issue with the proposals in the bill to expose pharmaceuticals and medicaments to taxation by removing them from the zero-rated to tax-exempt status. Advance tax on motor vehicles, introduction of a 16% VAT on insurance compensation, and 30% income tax on per diems. Now that is what he also want about the housing fund tax. Would increase business operation cost and force firms to relocate. He questioned why the president was pushing increased taxes for SMEs, the small businesses and Chama groups, while at the same time planning to scrap VAT on aeroplanes and helicopters. On the ground, when there will be increased taxes in small businesses and the Chama groups. When you go to the higher point of the pyramid, the VAT will be scrapped, will be removed from aeroplanes and helicopters. So if you are purchasing helicopters, it will be tax-free. That is what Mr. Raila Odinga says. We shall be looking into that later, and we see what our fellow Kenyans have to say about Raila's statement.